After 5 minutes, we will start the session, sir.
Sure, sir.
After my welcome address. Okay, sir.
Sure. I'll
Thank
wait.
you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sir, shall we start, sir? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Madam, proceed பண்ணுங்க.
Sure.
Okay, sir. Our intelligence is what makes us human, and artificial intelligence is an extension of that quality. If you train an AI to be a Buddhist, it would probably be pretty good. We are moving towards predictive insights. Wishing you all a very happy and pleasant morning. It is my great opportunity to welcome you all on behalf of SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Ramapuram campus for Day 2, 1 week international online FDP on next generation computing, key trends, challenges, and opportunities organized by the Department of Computer Science and Applications. Now, I would like to invite our energetic Vice Principal Admin, SNH, Dr. J. Dileepan, to deliver the welcome address. Please, sir.
Thank you, madam. A very warm good morning to one and all. I'm very happy to welcome you all to the day 2 of this 1 week online international FDP on next generation computing, key trends, challenges, and opportunities, organized by Department of Computer Science and Applications, SRM, Institute of Science and Technology, Ramapuram campus, Chennai. I would like to extend my hearty welcome to our chief guest, Mr. Abdul Kalam Azad, Senior Manager, Universe Technologies. So, due to these health issues, the founder, CEO, Mr. Muralikrishnan sir, could not join this FDP today. So, our Senior Manager, Azad sir, joined today. Thank you, sir. Thank you for accepting our invitation. And I would like to welcome all the participants and the faculty coordinators and faculty members to this wonderful session. So the topic of the today's session is recent trends in artificial intelligence. As you are aware that AI technology became the part of everyone's life, from little to complex work. Everyone now using AI to generate leads and remove the work pressure easily. These technologies are so advanced that you don't have to write code for every activity. They will understand the motion of work automatically. At present, the new generation of AI has gradually shifted from the initial algorithm drive to the compound drive of data, algorithm, and computing power. So at present, AI used in various domains such as the healthcare, the manufacturing, and environmental protection, and 5G wireless communication, etc. So the today's guest is very expert in this topic, and hope this session will be a eye-open session for you all. So once again, I welcome you all to this wonderful session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to invite our honorable chief guest, Mr. Abdul Kalam Azad, Senior Manager, Universe Technologies, Chennai, to take over the session. Please, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Hope I'm audible to everyone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. You're audible.
Yeah. Good morning to everyone. So today I would like to walk you through on the future trends in the artificial intelligence. So first, let us question, what is artificial intelligence? When we say the word artificial intelligence, what comes to the mind? For like students first. So we will always think about, it is Terminator movie, right? That robot which would start killing the humans because it thinks that human is a threat to the machine. Why so? Because it started thinking by itself, right? So that is how it was projected to us, say 10, 15 years back, right? And we started having a negative perception against artificial intelligence, that it is bad. When we reach that kind of intelligence, anything can happen, right? Is it evil? Will machine kill humans? So these are the things which I wanted to start as the first part in artificial intelligence. So Tesla SpaceX CEO Elon Musk, what he says is, people who think that this kind of situations will happen, they are pessimistic. They don't want to live the future. They don't look into the bright side of the future. So what he is encouraging is that enjoy the future. Whatever improvement, development which is happening currently, it is for the betterment and it would be useful to the human beings only. So in future, how it will shape up, that is still a question mark. So now, what is the difference between the humans and other living beings? That is the sixth sense. That is what we call it as artificial intelligence, right? That humans can take decision under a difficult circumstances or any circumstances. human can logically think, apply sense, and take a decision. So that is what is helping us in driving a vehicle, aeroplane, car, ship, anything, right? So we know what to do. When there is a red signal, we know how to stop a vehicle. When there is a green signal, we know how to drive the vehicle. So without getting into accidents and other things. So these kind of things is the important features of the sixth sense or the artificial intelligence, which human the machines were not having previously. Now, in the increase of the situation and the science, what our scientists are doing is they are checking with the help of machine learning and deep learning. What they are doing is they are consistently checking on a daily basis how we can improve, how a machine can take a decision, how a machine can think, how a machine can react in a given scenario situation, how it can take a decision which will not impact the surrounding or which will help the human being. So previously, the most important part of artificial intelligence was how it can benefit the human being, right? There is a problem of aged population in countries like Japan, where there is decline in birth rate, but people are having a aged life. So who will take care of them? So they started doing research of having a robot nurse which can help assist the aged population in Japan. So these were the starting point where the robots were developed, right? So we are using AI, that is artificial intelligence, in our day-to-day life, as Dilipan sir said, right? Without even noticing it or without even having a knowledge that we are touching base with AI technology on a daily basis. For example, Google, right? We go search something in Google, the search engine gives us an answer. How? And when we do that, the next time when we go, it remembers what we have searched, what are the things we are looking for, and it can show the predictions also. Facebook showing the post, everything, like what is our taste. It analyzes that, what is our, it collects all the data, it analyzes what we have done with the smartphone, and it recognizes that, okay, this is what this person is doing, and it can show us as a prediction that this is our, is this what you are looking for, right? So Amazon product suggestion, Netflix movie suggestion, Google Maps saying that this, if you take this particular road, you can travel in this speed and there is a traffic congestion and you can avoid. So all these things are done by analyzing huge data with logical thinking and giving us an answer or prediction, right? So even YouTube videos, everything analyzes a huge amount of data. Do you know that our smartphone has a capacity to hear the conversation even if we have not like used, just like that you are keeping the phone in the table, for example, and you are discussing something. Now currently we are in a seminar, so we are talking about artificial intelligence, and if I keep talking about a product, the smartphone, which is just lying next to me, listens whatever I am talking. And when I go to next time, when I go to a Google page, Facebook page, it will come up with a product suggestion. Like if I am talking about a particular, say, Apple product or a laptop, HP laptop, it will come as a suggestion. Do not panic. There is an option of listening in the phone, which we have, if we don't want it, we need to go and block it. Otherwise, every time whatever you are communicating, yes, the phone is listening to it. So that is how the AI technology has improved in today's life. And this is boon or a bane? That was the question when I started this presentation, right? So considering that it is a boon for the human being, that it is throwing so many useful benefits for the humans, we will see that in what are the fields that the AI has like developing or in development and how it is benefiting the human being. Now, if you take AI in the finance field, the finance field is always technically, they want to implement the latest technology faster than any other industry. So finance, due to banking and other infrastructure, they want to implement the latest technology sooner so that their customer can benefit out of the technology. So if you see, in finance already AI has been implemented 32%, right? Automation has been implemented in the banking industry, reducing the repetitive task, mundane task, and showing how fast a transaction can be done. Currently, if you people would have already faced this scenario, right? Applying for a loan or a credit card, previously there will be like people sitting at the back desk who will check everything, and they will have to provide the approvals, which used to take some time, right? Some days also, because of the huge number of applications which they receive. Nowadays, you just scan your Aadhaar card and scan your PAN card, give the detail. Automatically, based on these two things, the bot, that is artificial intelligence, can analyze your financial strength and it can give the approval. It will process the approval, and all these things can happen within minutes now. So that is how AI has been implemented in the finance sector. So coming to the trading, if you see, when the stock market was launched few years back, say some 20-30 years back, it was just a room, big room, where people go stand, they keep shouting at the price what they want to quote for some product or a company share. And then it has to keep like changing from one person to another person. If you want to buy a share, at least you will have to like get that share after it touch bases at least 5 people. So each person having a commission, the price of the stock or share has significantly increased already. When when this trading was computerized, when it was launched, and it was launched so that a common man can go and start trading, then all these commissions and all those things got reduced, right? So people were able to directly go buy a share and sell it instantly. So this is how it was happening so far. Now, artificial intelligence has been applied in the trading industry, and the artificial intelligence, AI, can do a very like massive data collection analysis, and it can predict that this is the particular stock which can go up, and this is the particular stock which can go down. So this comes with a deep algorithm running and checking the various things which a human could also miss, but the machine can check various things like different environments, what is happening in this sector in a different country, like in US market, what is happening for banking sector, in US market, what is happening for manufacturing sector. So all these things can be easily analyzed instantly. Currently, there is a war which is going between like Russia and Ukraine. So how it is impacting the oil price, how it is impacting the currency price, everything is run by deep algorithm by the AI technology, and it can predict which one has to be bought and at what price it has to be bought. So all these things have already been implemented in the finance sector. Coming to the risk management. So when we talk about money in finance, so automatically we think that how it can be, all these transactions can be made without any risk. So the cyber security comes into place. Again, the deep algorithm, the AI technology, runs or collects massive data, and it knows, it also collects a person's location, right? When I use my phone, log into GPay, or I log into my net banking, it can map the location and also check if I am the one who is doing the transaction. And if it thinks that it is a fraudulent transaction, it can block me without completing the transaction. So these are the things which is already implemented in the finance field. fraud detection and prevention. As I was talking about the risk management, so it understands that if somebody is trying to hack a system, so it continuously runs in the backend to try to provide, like, block the hacking and prevent from any brutal attack, cyber attack. So that is how fraud detection and prevention happens in the finance field with the help of AI. Now, personalized customer service. So when I talk about personalized customer service, today we have people who like sit in various offices and support the customer service, right? If any customer who calls, so they answer and they talk. Now, what has happened is all big banks, they started implementing the chatbot and voice bot. So these chatbots are using AI technology, which can predict or which can answer the questions asked by the customer instantaneously without any delays. And they also can apply logic on a difficult question and given particular answer with the help of the huge database and also the algorithms. Again, voicebot is a serious threat to the jobs of the humans who are currently doing the customer service jobs. So this voice bot, they are like acting as a virtual assistant also to the customer, and they serve better than the humans. So there is no wait time. There is best in service. All these things are provided to the customer so that they are delighted and they stick with the organization, like the particular bank. So these are the key points which I wanted to bring in on the AI in the finance industry. Now moving to the next, AI in medical. So if you see, this PPT will not be enough if I start talking about the AI applied in medical field. Okay, I've just given you two examples, which is like very less currently, but seriously, if I have to say, this PPT will not be enough, and it will take hours together if we have to talk on the developments in the medical field in the AI. So currently I wanted to touch base on the radiology, dermatology and cardiology things. So in radiology department, the example what I want to bring to everyone is there used to be in radiology study of the scan reports or X-ray reports, where the doctor has to sit for a longer time, analyze each and everything in the scan, and they have to understand that, okay, this is the problem for the patient. Now, what AI is doing is there is a huge collection of all these X-rays and scans and all kinds of report. So when we upload a X-ray report or scan report of particular patient, it can analyze within few minutes and it can show exact accurate problem of the patient, saying that, okay, this is the area where the patient is having a problem and this is where it has to be treated. So this usually takes a lot of time previously, but application of AI in this radiology has helped, and it is like helping a lot in the cancer patients, for cancer patients and their treatment. Coming to dermatology. So dermatology is the study of skin, right? We have skin problem and all those things. So AI technology, again, when we like scan and we like upload the photograph of the patient, it can, like, with the thorough scanning technology and algorithms, running algorithms, it can search for what kind of problem the patient is facing, where exactly is happening, why this is happening, what is gone wrong inside that skin. Everything can be studied by the AI and come up with the report for the patient. Coming to cardiology. So cardiology is the main part. Okay, so I would like to tell a small story when I want to talk about the cardiology here. So the story is between two people communicating with each other. One is a vehicle mechanic and the other one is doctor. So a doctor who has taken his car for service and he is sitting there and the mechanic is checking the vehicle and he is like want to show to the doctor that he is also better or equal to the doctor. So he is coming and telling the doctor, doctor, what is the difference between you and me? Even I work on the heart of the machine, the engine, right? So I can fix the engine like how you can fix the heart of a human being. So what is the difference? So the doctor, being very polite, he listened to the like whatever the mechanic was saying. And once the work is done, he says that, thank you for fixing my car, but you are saying that you can fix this machine, that is engine. Can you do that when it is functioning without stopping it? And it should not be like off, or the engine should not go off when you are making any changes also. Then the mechanic could realize that, okay, it is next to impossible that a living being, when the doctor performs a surgery, the heart is functioning, right? And without stopping, it should not be stopped. And the treatment has to be done for the patient, or any surgery, any block has to be removed. And the patient should also live. The heart should be functioning. So that is the complexity which is there between the mechanic and the doctor, and the importance of the doctor, which I wanted to bring it through this story. So this is how important a doctor so far, right? Now AI technology is so advanced that there are questions that could it replace the doctors also, right? So what I would say is, they are so accurate in like treating the patients, right? So there is one implant video which I want to show you people, where this particular product called Watchman is being implanted to a heart so that it can prevent a patient from heart block. Okay, so how it is done, we can see a video. Before that, I just wanted to show you people these two devices. What I have is, this is a ring named Aura ring. So this has so many like essential reading things like a smartwatch. You just wear this ring in your finger and it can analyze your heart rate, your all these points like what is your temperature, like what is your heartbeat, what is your sleep pattern, everything with just an help of this ring. And when it is connected to the phone, you can see all these details in the phone. So you could see even Prince Harry's, I think, yeah, Harry wearing this in his hand. If you Google it and check it. So that much advanced it is now, that the smartwatches, this kind of devices like rings, so this can help. You don't even have to go to doctor, right, to check your what blood pressure. You don't even have to go to a doctor or a lab to check your diabetes. So this is the second device which is here. This is called as EVA. So what EVA can do is, currently if I am a diabetic patient. So what I have to do is, every time I have to check the sugar level for me, what I will do is, I will have to prick my hand with a needle. Then I'll have to take the blood sample and check it on the AccuCheck, or I have to go give blood sample to a lab where they will check and tell me, and the result will have to wait for hours, right? In AccuCheck, yeah, instantly you can get the result. Now that also, if I have to monitor 24/7, how many times I have to keep pricking my finger or any part of my body to collect the blood sample. So to avoid that, this kind of devices is coming now, and they want to bring it in a smartwatch itself, so that you don't have to prick. It is called as non-invasive technology, wherein you just wear this devices in your hand. It will monitor 24/7, like what is your glucose level in the blood glucose level. So that much is being improved through the help of the AI technology in the medical field. And I can keep going on. Let us quickly watch this video and come back. Just a minute. I'm sorry, I think it's not coming. Let me play this. You can see, no, sir, this one.
Yes, sir, it is, but voice is not audible, sir.
This is Watchman, a left atrial appendage closure device, and the only implant of its kind approved by the FDA. Watchman is
Sir, the voice is not audible, sir.
Video is enough, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
patients and 6,000 patient years. Additional real Watchman implant, an innovative alternative to.
So coming back to the presentation, so this is how it is advanced, that using AI technology, they can implant into the heart without disturbing anything else, and they can stop the blood clot. And see, during I have to explain this. For a patient on blood clot, what they will do is they will put the patient on some medication which will thin the blood. of the patient, right? So what this will do is, this will reduce, yes, this will reduce in clotting of the blood. So the blood clot will not happen inside the heart, but at the same time, the thinning of the blood can also impact on non-stop of the bleeding. Okay, so even internally, if there is a problem again in the brain, then there could be internal bleedings which will again cause stroke. So to avoid all these things, this particular Watchman implant has been like developed, and this has been done successfully. So that's what I wanted to communicate in this. So moving on to the next. So artificial intelligence in arts and music, right? So when we talk about the artificial intelligence, this is a humanoid picture of a humanoid that is not a lady but a robo humanoid who has done a self-portrait. So this humanoid has drawn a painting of itself, which was showcased in some event and in the internet. You can Google it and see. So this is how the artificial intelligence has touch basing or developed in the arts and science. So there is one particular humanoid which is actually written a lyric, a song, composed a song, and it has launched a music album itself. So that much how it is developed. So if you see, yeah, all in these fields like painting and all those things, yes, it is currently equal and better than humans. That is what we can say. Coming to 3D printing. So previously, if you see, to manufacture something, we'll have to have some industry, right? A big or small industry. Say, for example, now, tire manufacturing. You have to have a big industry where so much of things has to be put in big machines, and you will have to produce and all those things to get the final product, the tires. Now, with the help of 3D technology, you can 3D print. You can take a rubber, you can 3D print, and you can manufacture a tire, right? So using AI technology, this is also is possible. But let us not talk about the tire or any non-useful things. Maybe I will talk about how come a printing heart, right? So see this picture here. A heart can be 3D printed. When I say 3D printed, including the veins, everything inside, and which can be used as a replacement for the actual heart for a human being. So that is also is in testing, and in some case, I think on the trial where they have successfully implemented that also, and they are testing it. So AI technology now started writing blogs for companies. And there is one bot which has also written a novel. So it is thinking and it is writing a book itself. So that much how it is currently like trending. And this is what we can see in future also. So AI is not only in medical field or in finance field, but it is started doing all the activities like how the humans are doing, right? So these social activities of a human that can also be mimicked or be done better than the human being. So now moving on. How about precision as a soldier, right? So AI technology being used so that during wartime, a bot can be deployed and a human does not have to go and like fight the war. So that is also is in testing, and I can show you a video and how accurate it can make a decision, right? In other things, there is no logical thinking, or there is no very critical situation where the robot has to take an accurate decision, right? But in the case of a soldier or a machine with a weapon, it has to take very precise decision, right? It should not take a wrong decision so that it will impact somebody. And just not only for wars, but this kind of robots which can be deployed in places where human cannot reach, say during radiology area, say like when there is a leak in nuclear plants, radiologically, like we cannot enter, human cannot enter without proper protection, right? So in these kind of scenarios, a robot can be deployed so that it can go and do a rescue mission, right? If somebody is stuck inside, it can do a rescue mission. Say, for example, during floods and all those things, how about deploying a robot which can go and rescue a person, right? And say, for example, now the oil and gas industry, if you take, most of the piping and all those things are happening underwater, right? Under ocean. So when there is a leak and all those things, a human has to go and fix it. So it is like very difficult situations, very difficult circumstances where people used to work. Now there is like robo which has been developed as a submarine which can go inside and check if there is any leakage or any problem in the pipelines, and it can fix and come back. So all these things are the development in the army and all those things. So let me quickly show this video. Sorry, it's like jumping. So that is how precision I wanted to show you people in the army field. So you could see, right, that the robot was shooting on target, and the person came and he stood in front of the target, and he did not take a decision of shooting that person. And when there were like two people who like made one particular say humanoid kind of a thing and a live person, and the bot has to take the right decision and under any circumstances, and has to like it did not take a wrong decision and killed that person or a living person, right? So it can like take the correct decision on whatever target which has been given to it. How they were disturbing it and how much they were giving trouble, but it kept taking the right decision. The final thing which we saw was like they are asking to kill that dog robot, and it did not do it, right? So that was also like programmed. It's just for fun that they are showing that it actually took and ran, but that is all how it was designed to do it and that particular task. So now moving on to the most important thing. So AI in future, how it is trending currently. If you see many companies, example, Google, Microsoft, Facebook, everybody is now investing a lot of money in one particular AI technology. And any guesses what it is? Facebook also recently changed its name itself to Meta, right? Yes. So it is the metaverse. So what is metaverse? So metaverse is a virtual world which has been created now using AI technology, where everything can be like replicated, like how it is in the actual world, or it has been built better than that. And people can like go start. If, for example, I am there and I want to teleport myself to New York, is it possible currently? No, because that technology is not available. I cannot, I have to book a flight, I have to go there, and I have to be there in New York. But in this metaverse, I can immediately be in one place, teleport myself to New York. I can be there, I can meet someone, and I can come back to my place. So all these things are happening currently as we speak. So there is like huge competition which is between companies like giants like Microsoft and Facebook. Currently, we think that AI technology in metaverse is just a gaming industry, but it is not so. It has been evolving more than that, more than the gaming industry, right? It is like a parallel world which is being created. So we can take a look at this video also, and we will try to understand how this particular thing is being developed currently. So let me quickly.
Some prince who's just one day you recorded having to order voiceovers. How cool would it be to be able to just enter your text and get a perfect sounding voiceover? Society as we know it. The concept of the metaverse is this. Throughout history, we have constantly been moving towards more and more engaging mediums. We've gone from text to photo to video. We've gone from reading books and papers to now spending most of our spare time watching TikToks on the internet. And the metaverse is what comes next. An internet that you're not just looking at through a screen, but that you're actually inside of. Take anything you could think of doing right now. Shopping, chatting with friends, meditating to ASMR videos on YouTube. And now imagine that in the time it takes you to just snap your fingers, you could be doing that thing in a way that feels real with other people who feel present in a setting that's whatever you want it to be. A living, shared, everlasting virtual universe. That's Meta's vision of the metaverse, achieved through a combination of augmented reality and virtual reality, which they've said that they will subsidize the cost of in an effort to get as many people on this planet to be a part of the metaverse. And in case I wasn't clear, this is pretty damn cool, then there are some undeniable positives. Like, just to get the obvious out of the way, the metaverse will allow you to live out your fantasies. In one single evening, you could be slaying enemies in hand-to-hand combat. You could be playing a quiet game of chess on the streets of New York and surfboarding across the tropics of the Bahamas. All with incredible realism, but at the same time the reassurance that you yourself are safe at home. And on a similar note, there is also a comfort to the idea that you'll also be able to express yourself however you want to. You know how now you have a profile picture for your social media accounts, the image that represents you to other people. Well, in the metaverse, you won't just have an image, you will have an avatar. A fully three-dimensional living depiction of you, but you in the way that you would want to be. Did you ever wish you were 3 inches taller? Now you can be. Did you ever wish you had a bigger forehead? Now you can have that. You can be any gender you want, you can be any race you want, you can be any creature you want. Yes, choose you. And to be very clear, longer term, your avatar is not going to look like these cartoon people. I think they just use them to make it seem a little bit less creepy. The truth is, though, Meta is also working on tech to create completely lifelike avatars, fully rendered with every hair on their head and every pore on their skin. This is not a game. This will feel like real life. And what I'm saying is that this realism, combined with the sheer amount of choices you'll get, will allow you to feel like you're not being constrained by the body that you were physically born into. In real life, you could be someone with a severe disability in a wheelchair, but in the metaverse, forget walking, you could be able to fly. And if you are enjoying this video, then a sub to the channel would be uplifting. On the subject of flight, though, I've always dreamed about the idea of teleportation. Because I'm always trying to be as efficient as possible with my time, being stuck in traffic jams horrifies me. But in the metaverse, it's going to be a relic of the past. Each person will have their own home space. You create the aesthetic that you want others to see,
So this is the example which I wanted to show you people on the metaverse and how it is developing. The future in AI technology is in metaverse, banking industry, medical, all parts of our life. So now moving on to Q&A. So you have any questions for me, which I will try to answer.
Thank you, sir. An information to the participants. If you have any query, you can post it in the chat box or you can unmute yourself and ask. We are given an option of unmuting yourself.
Sir,
Yes, please go ahead. Your name
Yes.
and yeah.
yeah, I am Sri Vidya, sir. So
Okay.
I have one question regarding AI in medical field.
Okay.
So I would like to know whether there are any benchmarks other than clinical observation for AI in medical field. So
when
benchmarks,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, sir, you.
Now, I also wanted to ask you, when you refer benchmark,
Yes,
you
sir.
want to know, like, is there a, like, they have a calculation or something which they are comparing it with as a standard? That is what is your question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, the benchmark, if you have benchmark, what I think is, if you have a benchmark,
feedback போட்டீங்களா?
you will not be able
போடுறீங்களா
to
நீங்க?
improve,
vote
right?
of thanks
So
மாதிரி முடிச்சிடலாம்.
there cannot be a
போட்டுருங்க.
benchmark
Yes,
to
sir.
compare. Okay, so it is like completely a new thing which we have to try out and experience it. If we don't do that, then we will not be able to achieve at a new with a new technology. That is what I think. So it is better not to have a benchmark or compare ourselves with a benchmark. We have to go out of the benchmark and invent stuff which is very new. And anyways, all the approvals in the medical fields are done by US FDA. There are like approving bodies, right? Only when they see the trials, they see everything as perfect as possible, only then it gets approved.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So yeah, currently we don't have to worry about the benchmark, and we have to keep exploring and inventing. Anyways, there are bodies which will check, regulatory bodies which will check and give their approvals if it is usable for the humans or not. Hope that
Okay.
answers the question.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah. Anybody else?
Sir, there is a question in the chat box.
Okay, can you please read it out to me, ma'am?
Sure, sir. Sir, what would be the job opportunities once again?
Okay, I got the question, ma'am. So what could be the job opportunities with the help of artificial intelligence? That is what I think, right, is the question. So the job opportunity is limitless, is what I would say. It is up to ourselves how we can limit ourselves. That is how I would say, because we never imagined that there could be a parallel universe which can be created, right? So currently everybody is investing. you know, right? Now currently what we are doing, we are physically buying a house, we are physically buying a land, but there are people who are buying land, building houses in the virtual world, in the metaverse already. So they are creating shops already. They are designing, like we saw the video, right? So they are designing clothes, they are designing shoes, they are designing caps. So all these things are virtual. So when a virtual you get into the metaverse, you can even go and do the shopping, right? You can buy a virtual dress for yourself, you can buy a virtual cap. So every company, like a shoe manufacturing company like Nike, Adidas, they are coming with a product which is for the virtual world, virtual product. So everybody is getting into it. nothing like this was imagined, even dreamt about, which is already in action. So I would say that it is limitless. You will have to explore what particular field you like the most. You go explore, and AI is definitely touching base that industry. That is what I can say.
Sir, I think no other questions in the chat box.
Okay. Yeah. Anybody who
One
wants to
second,
ask,
sir.
yeah, physical question.
Okay, I think no one has responded. Okay. Thank you
Okay.
so much, sir, for such a wonderful and very enlightening session on the recent trends in artificial intelligence in all the fields, especially in medical fields with watchmen and in army as soldiers, and also metaverse, the future of AI, which you had
Yes.
explained us a lot, and we learned a lot from that, sir. Really,
Thank you.
thanks a lot for spending a valuable time with us, sir.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you, sir.
yes, ma'am. I request all the students to go through, like in YouTube, you can explore more. There is like a Boston System company where you can go and explore more videos where there are already robots which is tested, and they started working for instead of human beings, right? Like logistics, carrying a parcel, all those things are already done. So you can check those videos. It will be useful for you. Yeah.
Sir, sorry, sir. One more question in the chat
Yeah.
box
Yes, ma'am.
by Dr. K. Palani. What is the impact of computing techniques while designing the new components?
Okay. So designing the new components, sir, what I can say is currently the technique is 3D printing, which has come, right? Any physical component can be 3D printed. Say, for example, you like see the moon, right? You can design a 3D print a moon itself, which can actually glow. All these things are commonly available currently. Like this, I have seen some videos where people who have lost some organs like ear, so a 3D printing machine can print the ear, how the person, like looking at the past photograph of a person, we can design the same ear with same precision, and we can print the ear in the particular like medical equipment, and that has been attached to that person with the help of AI technology and surgeries. So this is how I can say that the computing technique would be 3D printing currently, which is on the highest help of AI technology.
Okay, sir. Thanks a lot, sir,
Yeah, thank
for
you.
patiently answering all the questions. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Dear
Ma'am, I'll drop off. Hello.
yes, sir.
Yeah. Shall I drop off, ma'am? That's all right.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir. Thank you, sir. Participants, tomorrow session will be around 9:30 till 10:30, and it will be handled by Satyanarayanan Gopika Rajan, Senior Project Manager, Infosys Chennai, and the topic will be post-COVID future trends of information technology. We'll meet for tomorrow's session. Thank you.